JRL Onyx is one of the best clippers money can buy, but here's what nobody tells you. It could be a pain in the ass to clean. It won 2024 Tool of the Year, and I'm gonna show you how to maintenance it. What you're seeing right there was the Onyx. This one is the Ghost. It's basically the exact same thing. These are one of my favorite clippers, and I figured let's clean them instead of buying a new set. I already pretty loose in the bottom, so let's take it off. You need a Phillips screwdriver. Once those two screws on the bottom gets removed, it easily slips off. What I've noticed, people just brush the outside and call it good, but that's not enough. Hair builds up underneath, and over time that extra buildup creates more friction, more heat, and makes the clipper work harder than it has to. When the blades come with the paperwork, it doesn't really say how to maintenance it. The manufacturer recommends removing the hair debris, oiling the blade regularly, and applying oil after reinstalling the blade to keep it cutting smoothly. But I'm noticing everybody is having a lot of trouble with this particular clipper. Now, here's the tricky part. Taking these apart isn't difficult. Putting everything back together perfectly is where people get frustrated. Example, if the blade isn't lined up correctly, or if you miss a small piece, the clipper can become louder or just not feel the same. Many barbers online mention that the Onyx requires careful reassembly after deep cleaning because improper blade installation can affect the performance. The reason this clipper has such a good reputation is because it's built to last. With a brushless motor rated over 1,000 hours and smart clip technology that keeps power consistent, but only if you maintain it. You go ahead and remove those two screws and go ahead and you can remove the blade. And you noticed earlier that I just cleaned the bottom part. With the Phillips screwdriver, I already loosened them so I could take it off so it could be easier to see. Go ahead and take off the lever and take off the blade off the prongs. Hair builds up underneath the stationary blade, around the moving blade, and even behind the blade assembly. The tools I use to clean it, I use a cleaning brush, a clean towel, and an air can. When you start taking these apart, it can be overwhelming, but go ahead and remove the blade bracket. Once that bracket is removed, before I take the top off, you want to clean the inside first. And once that's done, this is what I have removed so far. All right, I literally just took that off right there. You see that screw? There's two on one side and two on the other. You don't have to remove those. It's not attached to anything, but on those four, you don't have to. There are 3 screws to remove this. You see the one in the middle, in between the prongs? That's one on the right and one on the left. I went ahead and just removed the left one. And it should slide off. And you notice those 4 screws on the black bars? Again, you don't have to remove those, but I decided to move them. I don't know why, but again, you don't have to. It's confusing, I know. I don't know why it's built like this, but it's one of those things. And look at the bear clipper. Now it's a bear skeleton. Let's go ahead and clean it. I use an air can and I use a brush. Are you still with me? If you like this video so far, make sure you like and subscribe. And again, thank you guys for always commenting and supporting my channel. If it's clipper reviews, toy reviews, or even JD, thank you. All right, let's clean it up and let's start putting it back together. Personally, I like using the air can because it reaches hard to reach places rather than the brush. All right, and this is where people struggle. You go ahead and put that middle screw in the middle first and go ahead and center it. And I've seen people try to put that middle prong where the screw goes. That's not how it goes. And you go ahead and you tighten it up and you put the other screws on the left and in the right, like so. And go ahead and start tightening it up. And be careful, you don't want to strip it because it's plastic. And usually clippers like this, you don't want to strip it. All right, once that's good to go, you go ahead and you start putting the other 4 screws on the side. Left and right. Boom, there you go. Once the top part is done, let's go ahead and put the bottom part together. The center piece, you slide it in and you center it again to this. And use 2 screws for the bottom. You notice I already put the first screw in there. And now for the hook, you put the hook first and then the second screw. If not, you're gonna have to start all over again. And a lot of you guys are saying it rattles. It's because of the hook. I usually like to take it off because I don't really use it, but just in case if you use it. Once the body is done, we got all this. And surprisingly, that was harder than this. This might look like a lot. All you have to do is just clean it and put it together one by one. What I like to do, we use the towel for the blade, and everything else I like to spray it off with the air can. Now, you start off first with the blade bracket. You slide that in there. Once that's on there, the correct way, you get the blade lever. There's a little cylinder with a spring in there. Make sure the lever is aligned with the blade bracket dent, and you go ahead and start tightening it up. And again, be careful when you tighten these. You don't want to strip them. Once it's on there, you don't want it too tight because you want the lever to go up and down. Now we put the inner blade inside. You see those 2 prongs? You put them in the inner holes. Let's go ahead and do that. And once it's on there, what I like to do once it's on there, I like to push it in and out like a button. Because of the resistance, I have to hold it firmly. Once I slide in the outer blade, I go ahead and get the 2 screws and get my Phillips screwdriver. Woo, we're almost done. Stay with me. Now, once that's on there, you go ahead and start screwing it in. on both sides, obviously. Once both the screws are inside, you don't want to go ahead and tighten it yet. You want to put it loose so you can start zero gapping them to your liking. When you zero gap these, they come really sharp, so you got to be careful. The outer blade has to overlap the inner blade, because if not, you're going to end up cutting your customer or you're going to leave a mark in their head, and you don't want that. Again, zero gapping, it's all up to you. Once that's done, charge it, sanitize it, and you're good.